Hi, Elaine Maralaco-Settleson with Astrology Channel ETC. We've been talking about Mars in Capricorn conjuncting Pluto in Capricorn, and then on top of that, November 8th through the 18th, is the Sun in Scorpio conjuncting Saturn in Scorpio, and all these things are going to converge on you. Now I want to give an example. A long time ago, maybe, I don't know, about 25 or so years ago, 20 years ago, I was on an airplane, and directly behind me there was a family just coming back from a business trip, and the mom was there with a couple of kids, maybe 8, 9, 10 years old, and the husband was going on about how wonderful the trip was, and the wife looked really tired, and she sounded tired, but she was agreeing, and I could feel it, you know, her reticence to, to say, be too optimistic, because, then what would happen? Well, the next thing happened, and the husband said, it went so well, I'm thinking that in 6 weeks we'll do it again. And I could and there was silence. Now, of course, the wife wanted to be saying, look, I'm tired, I just don't want to go. I just don't want to go. But instead, she started to come up with excuses and reasons for not going. Now, I know I made another video about this, but I just wanted to use this as an example for where you can go and where you don't need to go during this time frame. So when, she started saying things like, oh, Timmy has school or soccer practice, and for every objection she had, the husband had a solution. Because he was like so psyched about this next business trip, and she was just tired, she didn't want to do it. So if you are in a situation in life where you feel like someone's always goading you, always, dragging you to do something, and you just don't want to do it, it's okay to say, I just don't want to do it. Imagine being that honest. Imagine being that compassionate, yes, not extreme like we talked about in the other videos. No, sudden bolts of anger like, well, you've been doing this to me for years. It's like, no blame. We're not turning into the victim. We are now assuming responsibility for our own decisions and our power. That's what this time frame is about, really. And ultimately, you want to stand up and say, on days when my husband will say to me, oh, it's a great day, come on, let's get up at 7 a.m., we'll go do these videos. And now I know to say, yeah, no, it's too early. It's a lovely time to go hiking or hang out, but I don't want to make videos at 7, 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning. So we do it a few hours later. What's the difference? It still works out. So then there's more compatibility. You see that there is, he's making faces at me while I'm saying this. When you come from a place of power, suddenly you set an energetic boundary around you where people start to comply more willingly. Now there are going to be some people who just want to move away completely because they don't like the vibe, and that's okay, let them go, bless them. So during this time, I would love for you to feel freer. Just like the leaves now falling from the tree. It's like it's their time to let go. What is that thing that you want to be doing? Really, isn't this the time? Because, like the woman on the plane, when the plane landed and we all stood up, I wrote the name of a book that I thought might help her on a piece of paper, and I checked in with myself and I thought, is this being intrusive? Scorpio energy can be intrusive because it's what I'm talking about now is the time frame, but I'm relating it to that story. And I turned around and I actually dropped the paper. And so this way I was facing the mom. And I picked up the paper and I said, oh, I think you dropped this. And she said, no. And I said, are you sure? And she looked at the paper and she saw the name of the book. And then she looked at me and she said, yes, I think I did. And I said, it's been a long trip, hasn't it? And she went, yeah, it really has. So someone acknowledged her situation. And that was it. I never heard from her. I never gave her my info. I don't know what happened to her. I hope she read the book. I hope she took back her power, like I hope you are doing the same. We're going to have many more videos of this, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and leave your comments and let me know how you're doing and what you might need. Elaine Maralaco-Settleson, Astrology Channel ETC. I am going to now bask in the glow of the sun here in the canyon while the leaves fall on my face.